This episode of We Like Shooting Double Tap is brought to you by Black Rhino Concealment, Rubber Dummies, Neo Mag, and Bowers Group.
Aaron, take his name off there. Never put it again. Welcome to We Like Shooting Double Tap, episode 100, where we answer your questions, ask the question, would you rather, and touch base on gun industry news. Our panel tonight is everyone's favorite gun guys. We have the owner and proprietor and the angriest man alive, River's Edge Tactical and Range, Jeremy Derek is his name. We got the Machine Gun Moses, Aaron Krieger, the assistant to the undersecretary of the subcommittee, Nick Lynch is by my side. My name is Sean Heron, and I want to welcome you to the show. All right. Jeremy, did my voice right there irritate you?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Everything in the world is as it should be. Aaron, how are you, buddy?
Awesome.
Yeah, you had a good day?
Dude, it was the best day ever.
You seem like you're lying.
I bought a bunch of lumber from Lowe's today, and I'll have the purple paint on it. So it was like $50 worth of lumber that I got for $3.
Because it had purple paint on it?
When they do the purple paint, it's like severely marked down because it's like a little warped and stuff. But it's like it's just going to be shot up anyhow. So I'm like, done.
You took a can of paint, didn't you?
That's a good idea.
Right?
It would be a great idea. But no, they have this like huge cart in the center of Lowe's, and it's got like a purple stripe on it, and it's like all 70% off.
Huh. Yeah, there you go.
Good to know.
Boom.
All right, that's pretty awesome. Jeremy, you had a good day?
Yeah, I got that thing built.
What thing?
It's a CNC router.
Did you have to hire
the thing I was telling you about 3 minutes ago, right before we started the show?
Yeah.
That the listeners don't know about.
For a second time on the show.
Yeah. Except the listeners don't know what we talked about, so I was trying to pretend like I didn't know.
Yeah, well, that's just a dumb thing to pretend. Be like, hey, why don't you tell about that thing that you were talking about, like, right before the show started, because that sounded kind of cool. That's a little bit more, it's not disingenuous like it is when you're being a...
Hey, Jeremy.
What?
Jeremy's kind of crotchety today.
Tell us about that thing that you were telling us about before the show, the CNC router that you were able to install, to put together, install 2 different software packages, figure out how to use them, and then put your mark in wood. Tell us about that.
It was pretty cool.
Okay, great. Awesome. Nick, how was your day? Never mind. Just kidding. Don't give a
It was good.
Black Rhino Concealment. They do make holsters. They make a lot of stuff. The wallet that I use every single day is right here in my hand. This is still the first one I've ever had. I have a brand new one, but I'm like, I'll use it when this one wears out. But this one's not going to wear out. And I'm talking about 350 pounds sitting on this wallet every single day, and it's in great condition.
You know, what's funny is I use that wallet every day, too.
I know. That's why I said 350 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, that's the Oscar Mike wallet. They also make the ACS, the TCS, the Heron. I know. Don't ask. But trust me, you want a Heron in your pants. Nick, do you have a Heron in your pants?
No.
But you have had one, right?
I don't think I have.
Man, you're missing out, bro. Aaron, you've had a Heron in your pants?
Multiple times.
And what we mean by that, it's their appendix carry holster. It carries a magazine as a side thing, and you put the gun and you put the magazine. Bada bing, bada boom. BlackRhinoConcealment.com. They've got that customer appreciation sale still going on, 15% off their entire website. But when they don't, coupon code WLS MOFO gets you 10% off their regular prices every single day. Let's get into the show. This is the segment we call Would You Rather, where Aaron asks us a question, poses a choice to us that is an impossible choice. And Aaron, what do you have for us today?
All right. Well, seeing how it's our 100th show, we hit the century mark on the show.
Oh,
I thought I would
go
a little back in time.
This is our 100th show?
Yeah.
Double Tap show.
Yeah, I know. That deserves so much more fanfare than we gave it.
I kind of feel the same way, but, who am I, really?
All right, well, let's celebrate the way we celebrate every milestone of We Like Shooting by listening to a little bit of this.
slash, tactical slash. Everybody, tactical slash. Tactical slash.
And that's back when Savage was actually cool.
The Squidward part is the best part. You stopped it too soon.
I've never made it further than that, I think. That's the longest.
Everybody, tactical slash. Tactical slash.
Oh, that's way longer than I realized it was.
Yeah, it's like 17 minutes long. I don't know.
I don't know. At one point, he starts singing like Squidward. That's all I remember.
I don't know. I can't even understand. I can't. But yes, this is our 100th episode of Double Tap. That doesn't even seem possible. Aaron, what is your question for us tonight for the 100th episode of Double Tap?
So I want to go back a ways in history.
Okay.
With Would you rather? Would you rather have a 1911 and then come back to the future, or a 2011?
That's easy for me. But Nick, why don't you go first?
It depends on the 2011.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Which 2011 would you deem worthy of your use?
There are some of the STI 2011s that I like quite a bit. While I'm not a huge fan, they do have a Chris Costa setup that Jeremy and I shot one year at SHOT Show.
Oh, you do the thumb over?
Yeah, totally. I put the buttstock in my sternum and then put like my entire hand. Anyway, they had a Costa, what is it? Costa Ludus?
Yeah. Costa Lugas.
Costa Lupus, signature edition one that shot really, really nicely.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, so Nick, you would pick that one. You would pick the Costa Ludus 2011.
I do like that one quite a bit.
And if you could pick, okay, but what if you could pick like your favorite 1911 compared to your favorite 2011? What would it be?
I'd probably go 1911 just because I think there are more practical guns than the 2011. And if I'm going to choose the thing just over because it's nice to shoot, then, you know.
Yeah. No. Okay, that makes sense. Jeremy, 1911 or 2011?
Are we calling any 2011 any double stack 1911 S gun?
I guess,
or are we talking about actual 2011s?
I guess, yeah. Let's define that. Are we talking about because
like the para 14s and like that?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like, is that what we're just saying? Like single stack 1911s versus modern double stack 1911s?
Sure,
Aaron.
I would say anything that says 2011 on it.
That's the route I would go as well. If it doesn't say 2011 on it, it's not 2011.
Well, it's like saying a Colt 1991 is not a 1911.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's say single stack 1911 versus pretty much any double stack 2011 style. How about that?
Any one of either throughout history?
Sure. Or yeah.
Then I'm going to go with 1911, and I'm going to pick a singer, and I'm going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's fair. Aaron, how about you?
I would probably pick a 1911 as well. They're just, I like them. I like them, and I think they're sexy. And the 2011s just don't have the history that the 1911 does.
I mean, go ahead, Jeremy.
That one that me and Nick shot at SHOT Show that one year was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Was that the Costa Lupus?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was the one with the integrated comp
Yeah.
built into like the barrel.
Mm-hmm. And the front sight was mounted on the comp.
The front sight was on an island that was the compensator, and the slide moved independently from it.
Oh, nice.
And that thing was flat, man. There's even a video where you're talking to the camera, but I'm standing in the background, and the rate of fire is dink, 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 and I'm hitting like an 8-inch circle steel plate at like 30 feet.
Yeah, it was impressive.
That's pretty cool. So Aaron, you go 1911. I think I would go. I don't know, man. I love 1911s. Like, I really do. They're fun. I love shooting them, but I don't carry one anymore. I did carry one, but I don't carry one because of capacity. So if I was going to pick a gun that I wanted and I wanted to keep, then I would probably say a 2011, even though I don't have it.
Well,
Go ahead.
aren't all the components basically the same? The only real huge difference is your trigger. The trigger's got to be wider because it's got to fit around the wider magazine.
The trigger bow.
Well, just the stirrup.
Yeah, that's the only real difference between, like, component wise.
I mean, for the most part-ish, yeah.
I mean, there's slight differences, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. I guess I'd pick a 2011. I have shot some of them. I've never owned one, but if I had to pick a gun to keep out of two, I'd probably pick the one that carried more capacity. All right.
Is that why you picked Nick? Because he obviously can carry more capacity? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. What would the audience think? If you're out there, send us a message. Go to WeLikeShooting.com, click on Contact Us, and let us know. 1911 or 2011, and tell us why. I think that's hugely important because I am conflicted. Love the 1911s, but...
I expected Jeremy to be like FNX 45 Tactical or something.
Right.
Just
No, he's a Springfield TRP operator.
I think this is the first time that he's actually
I do love
answered.
my f***ing operator.
I know you do. And I love your operator, too, actually. It's pretty.
Is that
not a 1911 because it's a TRP operator?
No, it's a 1911.
Definitely not a 1911.
Wait,
it doesn't say
it's a
1911.
1911 derivative.
I mean, at least it actually is. Or variant.
Savage on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Savage.
Savage.
Oh, okay, well, there's a delay.
Sean,
Now I look like a...
sweet hole.
Wow.
Oh, how much is that worth? 2 bottles of water?
All right. Get it back together. Here we go. This is where we talk about Neomag. I've been carrying them a lot lately. Really getting used to it. And one of the questions that I recently got was from Mike Iceland from the Reloading Podcast, and he asked me, do you carry anything in the pocket that you carry your Neomag in? Now, for those that don't know, a Neomag is it's a clip that goes in your pocket that holds your magazine, uses a magnet and holds your magazine there, and keeps it pretty much oriented exactly where you want it all day, every day. And you can easily swap it in and out of pants, and you can easily dry your magazine so it doesn't fall deep in your pocket and have to be fished out or whatever. So anyway, yeah, I do. I carry my office keychain, which is pretty big, actually. It's like janitor keys almost, just because we have like 47 doors in here. So I'm going to shake it in front of the microphone, just so all the audio people know that I mean business. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keys and 2 gym memberships on a Blue Alpha Gear key fob.
Expired.
All right. You've got 12 seconds. Go.
All right, I'm done. No. 2 gym memberships, dude. How much money did you waste? Well, yeah, did you ever use one? Let's see what else. No, I'm done.
I have 2 gym memberships and double in weight.
Nick's got a Powers Liquor Mart card. So anyway,
it's for the survival store.
Yes, I do carry a decent sized keychain in my left pocket, and he asked if it ever gotten attached to the Neomag, and no, it actually hasn't. I don't know if it's the pants I wear, but even multiple different styles, I'm able to put my hand in, pull the keys out, and still have the magazine in there, not displaced.
Or is it because most keys are made out of brass?
Well, I mean the key rings, yeah. They're all magnetic. See, let me show you. There you go, magnetic there.
Apparently not magnetic there.
It was just not connected. There we go. So magnetic there. And then, all the keychains, key rings. Anyway, I do like the Neomag, so that is not a concern. It hasn't been a problem for me at all. Does the Neomag work with the High Point, Michael H. says? And, it will, actually. They're still steel mags. There's, like, an entire drawer full of them in there if you want to go grab them, Nick. But just rest assured that they 100% work. So theneomag.com. Coupon code is WLS10. Saves you 10% off all day, every day. Let's go into asking and answering some questions.
Burn when you pee? Unsure about your relationship? Why can't you use 45 and a 9mm? Get your questions answered on #DearWLS. Visit WeLikeShooting.com/DearWLS to submit your question.
This is where you ask and we answer, and we give you the best answers, and we never belittle the people who ask us the questions. Right, Jeremy? Okay. Aaron, why don't you take the first one?
All right. This one's from John W. This is a question for everyone. I'm like, dude, you're asking a question. You don't have to specify that it's for everyone. We get it. What's a gun you have been waiting for that hasn't been imported, manufactured, or released yet, but has been announced? My pick is the Radom MSBS. But after a year of no info, my hopes are waning. Love the show.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. I'm curious about that one.
Am curious?
God damn it, Aaron. I just clicked on that picture. No, I clicked on the picture that you put in the chat. It made me so mad. For me, it's the Sphinx, not the compact, the Sphinx full size. So the SDP, the Sphinx SDP was the compact version that we tried, and I loved so freaking much. And they've always set out that the full size was going to come out. I finally got confirmation that it's probably not going to when I talked to him at SHOT Show. So I don't really have any hope. But yeah, the Sphinx SDP, it's the company Chris. They are kind of the same organization, and that's the one that hasn't ever come out that I really, really want to try because I love the Sphinx SDP compact. Aaron, what about you?
No. I mean, every gun that I have access to is I like. There's no guns that I do not have access to besides anything fully auto. So no, nothing. Sorry.
Dang. Wow.
I'm vanilla. What can I say?
Jeremy, for you, it's the Oli Army, right?
Army only.
Army only. Okay, great.
I was going to say I'll give you 3 guesses.
Yeah.
And you up.
Look, I'm impressed that I remembered similar words to what it actually was.
Well, you got it just backwards.
Yeah. See? That's pretty good. You. Is that ever going to come to the U.S.?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Nick, how about you?
It's kind of a boring one, but the Walther PPK. Walther opened a plant in the U.S. They manufactured a bunch of new PPKs. It's the first time that they've actually made them themselves in a long time. And then they ran into some licensing issues with the German government because I guess the way that the law works over there, the German government owns some of the licensing rights or something. So they've run into some legal issues with the German government, and according to the guys at the last 2 or 3 SHOT shows, they literally have pallets of them sitting in a warehouse, just waiting for legal stuff to get wrapped up so they can get shipped out.
Damn. That's pretty cray-cray. All right. I guess that's all of us. Savage, he got his dream gun, so he's good to go. Next question from TJE. I'm trying to decide between a Grey Ghost Precision G19 V3 upper plus a barrel roll and parts kit or a SIG P365. I currently have a Poly 80 lower completed, just waiting for a slide. I also have a stock G19 and G43 already. I do not need either option, but I want both. Please help. Also just picked up an ADM UIC 10A308 for hogs here in Texas. I hope it's as good as you say. So first off, the ADM, that's from American Defense Manufacturing. The UIC, Nick, you do like mine, right?
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, mine's awesome. I can't wait to hear, actually, TJ, so let us know what you think. I want to hear if you like it as much as I like mine. Now, let's see. All right. I guess for me, I mean, you have a gun that is incomplete. But I don't know. You don't need either option, so you don't need it for carry. You don't need the gun. That's a tough one. Nick, what do you think?
I'd finish the one you already started, yeah. I am also one of those people where I start a project and get halfway through and then, squirrel.
Yeah. But God, dude, the Grey Ghost Precision, it's $450.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, I'm like, there's so many other options out there that are way more economical.
But it's the V3, dude. It's not even. He's it's not the V1. It's not the V2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a V3.
Yeah, no, I looked. Trust me, I looked. And I'm sure it's nice. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's nice, but God, that is really expensive. And that's just the upper. That doesn't even include the barrel. That's just the
right.
The
there
slide.
should be a Faxon barrel on there.
Yeah. Just get both and quit being a
pour.
I knew he was going to say pour. But I think
I think he stroked out instead.
For me, I don't know, man. I do not have experience with Grey Ghost Precision, so I can't speak to them specifically. But if I had,
they make some damn good SIG triggers.
Do they? Yeah, and I'm looking at their slide. It looks like
or no, that's not Grey Ghost. That's
yeah,
Grey
it's
Gun.
Grey Guns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I got him. Yeah, never
How
mind.
dare you, certain?
I caught myself in the middle of it. I'm like, no, that's not right. Quit naming your so god close.
Right? Listen to Jeremy.
Great ghost guns.
So for me, I would say, I don't know. Do I have to pick that slide? It seems like I have to pick either that slide or P365. So I'd pick the P365 and get an entire gun for just a little bit more than you're going to pay for that slide. I guess that's what I think. Jeremy, what do you think?
I literally carry a real gun, like a FNX 45 Tactical.
There we go.
I don't know. None of that sounds appealing to me.
Yeah. All right. Aaron, what do you think?
I'd finish the gun. I
The
hate
gun?
having projects sitting around.
All right. Well, there you go. Let us know about the ADM rifle and let us know what you actually pick because I'm curious. Nick,
Am I curious?
Nick, you get the next question.
No, I'm not gonna ask that.
Okay. Well, you get the next one in the show notes then.
Okay.
Sorry, JC Schaefer.
TJE.
Nope.
What?
The next question.
Oh, that is the one we just read, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cedric DD. Cedric Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, sweet. I thought it meant
Designated driver?
That. Thank you.
Or designated drinker. Do you think chastising the ignorant or uninformed about using terms like assault rifle or clip is the right hill to die on for the community? Yes. Or making the same dumbass comment on some media person when they misuse the term. I mean, don't even care if my friends use the term assault rifle. To me, they aren't that different. First, I think autos should be legal, but the only main difference is rate of fire. I think it just makes us look bad and a little petty. As far as clip goes, there are some reasons why it is misused. Heck, my dad even said his drill sergeant when he was in basic called a mag a clip. The guy was a Korean. The guy was a Korean vet training. The guy was a Korean vet training during the Vietnam War when my dad was in. My dad thinks that that is where some of the misuse of the word comes from, not to mention Marlin, Remington, and other non-Freedom Group companies call their mags Clip Magazine. I don't know. I get it's frustrating and cringe when I hear it, but I don't think complaining about the word assault rifle does us any good. I think somebody should write a question asking about how horrible, like if we think it was good for me to read that question.
It was a terrible idea, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the
It's
answer
the longest
is no.
question ever, too, by the way.
Right. So note to self, Jeremy and Nick don't get long questions going forward. Just small.
Why not? I can read.
No, you can read. Yeah. Do you think chastising the ignorant or uninformed about using terms like that's how you read?
Okay, so the reason the Korean War vet called it a clip and not a magazine because he probably had a M1 Garand that actually had an M-block clip. So and the military doesn't teach you a lot about guns, just how to use them and kill people with them. But you don't get the base, you don't get the breakdown of why twist rate's important or metallurgy or none of that. Most people in the military don't know their ass in the hole in the ground when it actually comes to what the gun is about. They know how to use it, but that's where it stops. The military doesn't give a beyond that.
Yeah. So I guess for me, when it comes to like clip or assault rifle, they're two separate issues 100%. For me, when someone says clip, it doesn't matter, right? Like it doesn't matter. Does it annoy me? Yes. Do I really care? No. Do I sometimes say something? Yes. Sean, why do sometimes you say something? To be an asshole. I'm glad you asked. That's literally the only reason I ever say it. If it's a friend, if it's a student, if it's something else and they say it, I'm like, yeah, it's a magazine. And I'm not a dick about it. I'm not condescending about it. Whatever, just because at that point it's education. But random people on the internet, when I correct them, I'm doing it just to be an I'm not doing it because I really care that much. Assault rifle.
I correct people in I correct people in classes about the Clip magazine thing.
Yeah, totally. Because that's an educational environment. And I think that is absolutely the appropriate time to do it. Assault rifle. Yeah, I think it actually is important to correct that one, especially when the media uses it. Because listen, especially on this show with this group of friends, when someone says something, it becomes true. Does Aaron have diabetes? No. Is Aaron at risk for diabetes? Probably not. In all of our minds and all of our listeners' minds, dude, diabetes is like this ongoing joke. My are normal. I'm going to say that right now.
But are they?
When you say something over and over, it becomes true, right? So when people say assault rifle and are not corrected over and over and over and over again, eventually it becomes the common nomenclature. And I think that's the danger that we run into with that. Do I care about the term assault rifle? No. Do I think that it needs to be corrected at every opportunity? I do personally. Do you guys have differing opinions on this?
No, because then you allow them to control the language. And if they control the language, they can push the narrative. And if they can push the narrative, we all lose our rights.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
We honestly should have pushed harder when assault weapon got made up in the early 90s. And because we didn't, we lost our rights for 10 years.
Yeah, but if it's like, dude, if I'm hanging out with like one of my friends and someone says clip or something, I'm like, dude, magazine. Don't be an idiot.
I literally keep stripper clips behind the counter at the range. So when somebody asks me for a clip for an AR, I hand them one.
Nice. And it's just a little strip of metal.
Yeah. I'm like, that is a clip for an AR-15.
Aaron, different.
Like,
oh, sorry. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Aaron, different opinion or no?
No, man. Well, like you said, the only time I ever correct somebody is usually my kids, just to make sure that they will speak correctly. So it's an educational thing. Otherwise, it's I don't give a shit if someone sounds stupid. I do like to make fun of people on the internet, though, so I might troll somebody that way.
Well, yeah. I think mockery can be a powerful tool.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I mean,
if you point out somebody's just inability to grasp basic concepts, I'm not trying to change that person's mind. I'm trying to show the people listening that this person has no idea what they're talking about, to the point where they can't even get basic terms correct. And it's not like you can't Google it. With a modicum of research, you could actually put together something of a decent argument, but they don't even go that far.
Yeah.
It's all talking points and parroting what they heard on, MSNBC or something.
Or yeah,
they don't actually have knowledge on the subject, and I want to point that out, not to the person that's saying it, but to everybody that's listening to that conversation.
Yeah,
and say this person does not have the right to speak on this subject as a person of authority. You can have an opinion, that's your right. But you don't get to claim to be a person of authority on the subject if you can't get basic terms right.
Well said. Well said. Aaron, have you read a question yet?
I read the first one.
God, I hope whoever reads the next one reads better than the last one.
Okay,
Would you like me to read it? Would you like me to read it?
Okay.
Read the next one.
I'll read it.
Yeah, let Jeremy read it. But Jeremy, God, use inflection in your voice.
Johnny Smallgame, great show. Keep it up. Glad you only allow the communist on once a week. Me too. Just reminds me that they still exist and are real. Sorry for the long question, but I know if I don't provide details, then you really can't provide a good answer.
Hey, look at that.
Wow. Somebody listens. I have a question for Nick and Jeremy. I'm looking for a new carbine-style small game hunting rifle. I've been using a 22 Hornet and a 20 gauge. The Hornet is a New England break action, and I like how small and light it is, but there's no meat left after it. It's because it's a 22 Hornet, dude. Last rabbit I shot with it, it cut in half. That's not proper English. The 20 gauge doesn't reach out far enough. Most shots are 50 yards, but would like to be able to reach out at least 100 yards. Been thinking about a 17 HMR, 22 long rifle, or 22 mag. What caliber do you suggest? Doesn't have to be one of those, but I don't know but I don't want the ammo to break the bank. Next, what rifle do you suggest? I would like something with a telescoping stock. I'm in New York, so it means I have to have a fixed magazine if semi-automatic. That rules out the Ruger 1022 is rolled out in New York.
Well, if for a telescoping stock, because it's not a fixed mag.
Now, I heard mention of a Glenfield a few shows back, but do not remember the model, and everything I can find is old with a fixed stock. Last question. I shoot iron sights, but my eyes are getting older. Any recommendations on a budget 2X red dot? Thanks, Johnny.
Okay.
I mean, where do I start?
Yeah, caliber. Let's talk about caliber. I think 17 HMR for what he's talking about personally. What do you guys think?
I'd go 22 LR.
For rabbits
There's more
and
options.
stuff? At 50 yards, I'd probably
100.
go...
100 yards.
No, he says
22.
50 yards.
Wants to be able to reach out to at least 100.
Oh, I
22.
see. Sorry.
22 long rifle will do 250 if you're good.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't buck the wind very good, but it'll do it.
17's
the
not a bad
HMR will
choice.
fly faster and flatter, but I feel like it's a dying round. I know it sounds stupid, but
17 HMR is not going anywhere at this
No,
point.
I don't think so either. I think it's a pretty common caliber. I think a lot of people have it. So, all right, Nick.
all right, wait.
Yes.
Just to go back to the 17 HMR,
Yeah.
we all have a lot of guns.
Yep.
All of us. How many 17 HMRs do you own?
None.
Sean?
None.
Nick?
Nope.
Jeremy?
14.
That actually belong to you, not the shop.
Oh. No, I don't personally own a 17 HMR, but I don't do the kind of stuff that a 17 HMR would be required for.
Agreed. That was exactly
that's
me.
not the kind of shooting that I do.
Right.
If I trapped a lot, if I was trapping like coyotes for hides, I would totally use like a 17 HMR, WSM, or something like that, so that I could save as much of the hide as possible. I just don't do the kind of stuff that would require a 17 HMR. I have a 22-250 for varmints, but like he said, I've hit a rabbit with a 22-250. You know what happened? His head was over there and his ass was over there, and he was still connected somehow.
He had blue eyes. One blew this way, one blew that way.
Yeah, it literally spread a rabbit over about 4 feet. It was pretty cool.
Yep. All right. So now what rifle? He wants something with a telescoping stock, but it has to have a fixed mag.
The Glenfield has the tube mag, which is basically a fixed mag.
It is a fixed mag.
Are we not? Are we there yet? Or are we still on? Oh, what rifle do you
Caliber?
suggest? Well, you skipped down to the Glenfield. You skipped like 3 questions. What
Well,
rifle?
no, he said it's the same question.
Yeah.
You know, he's asking about rifles, and he said, the 1022's out, but he heard something about a Glenfield, and yeah, the Glenfield would work.
Why does he want a telescoping stock? That would be my question. It just because of the look of it, or
Yeah, I would rather have a detachable mag, and then there are stocks that aren't telescoping, but that like the Magpul stock for the 1022 that you can put spacers in.
I have a pretty good option here, guys. I have so there's a company.
This is very convenient.
It is very convenient because we're actually taking this out to review it next week. It's a company called Hunting Tactical, and they actually listened to the show, but they sent us a rifle and a stock. They make a stock called the Folding Tactical stock, and it is for a Marlin Glenfield Model 60 and 795. So a Marlin 60 and a Glenfield 795. It has a folding stock, a telescoping stock, but since it's the Marlin and the Glenfield, it's got a tube-fed magazine. So I think that
Definitely
fits.
good routes, yeah.
Yeah, I think that fits. So huntingtactical.com is the place to go for that. We'll have a review out in the next couple weeks. But it's called the Folding Tactical Marlin Glenfield Model 60 and 795 adjustable stock, the HT60 from Hunting Tactical. I think that fits his needs pretty well.
Yeah.
yeah, because the Glenfield's just a Marlin 60 under like a
Yeah.
what was it, Sears or something?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much the same
I
gun.
mean, the parts interchange, they're the same gun.
Yeah, totally. And basically you have to buy one of those, and then you buy the stock and put it on. So I think that's a pretty dang good option.
You could pick up a Glenfield for like $80 to $100.
Yep, exactly. So I think that might actually be the answer for you there, buddy. And then let's see. Budget
Iron
2X.
sight on a 2 by red.
2x red dot.
I don't know of anybody that makes a 2-power red dot.
I don't either.
Does Primary Arms make a 2-power prism scope?
I can tell you a company named Monstrum makes a 3x red dot that's a piece of that you should avoid like the plague.
What is the Vortex?
I don't like. Well, I mean, it's like putting especially for what he's doing. If it's for actually being precise shooting, you're better off with like a little one kind of job.
Why don't you check out
a rifle?
He says, Jeremy, that he's getting older and has.
Yeah, they get like a little 1 to 4 power, not a 2x red dot. The problem with that is you get a really big dot.
Yeah,
it's like putting behind a red dot. If you put a 3x magnifier behind the red dot and you have like a 5 MOA dot, you now have a 15 MOA dot.
Yeah. Or what about a see all open sight? I know it's not magnified, but not a bad option.
Primary Arms does have a 2.5 power prism scope.
Oh, there you go.
Which actually has the reticle etched onto the glass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can run that with or without illumination, which is, kind of convenient.
What about a red dot? What about a red dot with the magnifier?
I just said that.
Oh, did you? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
All right.
Wait, you said a 1x4.
I also said the downside of a red dot with a magnifier is it makes the dot huge.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Who cares?
All right, so Primary Arms 2.5 prism sight. I think the Hunting Tactical stock for the Marlin 60 and the Glenfield 795 would be a great option for you, and I hope that answers all of your question. Aaron, take the next question.
This one comes from J.C. Schaefer.
No.
Do you think that Jeremy's what? Do you think that Jeremy's baby mama married him just to get child support and the range in the end? This is a legitimate question.
No, because she makes more money than I do.
Yeah, I mean, child support.
If anybody's getting alimony, it's me.
Damn!
Wow.
Jeremy getting paid!
That's a bold statement right there.
I will be one of the 2% of men that actually get alimony.
That's the holy grail, bro.
Right?
That is amazing. Well, congratulations, Jeremy. That is epic.
So you can right off.
Exactly. All right. Well, that'll do for the questions. If you have more questions, go to welikeshooting.com/DearWLS. And guys, that brings us to our next segment. Before we talk about it, let's talk about Bowers Group. Now, Nick, you and I have been shooting some Bowers Group cans lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Let's talk about that experience.
Okay.
Can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, it's been very pleasant, very positive.
What's your favorite?
Oh, God, don't ask me that question. So we've shot with the 458 quite a bit. I really enjoy that one because, of course, it's a huge thumping cartridge, and the suppressor makes it so quiet.
It does.
I've also really been getting a kick out of the Biddy, of course. It's really ridiculously tiny. What did we figure out? It was like just under 3 inches long.
Yeah, so double the length of our.
I was just going to say my wife would be so satisfied with that.
As though you and I share one?
Yes, we do.
I hate that when Sean's like, Nick, hurry up. I need the It's my turn. Sean, have you seen the Oh, you know what? It's in the dishwasher.
Could you go get it from Tyler, please?
So the Biddy is pretty awesome. It's very short, not real fat either. Like it is a very compact can. I mean the thing will fit in your pocket and ride comfortably next to your chapstick or whatever. It's a cool little can.
Yeah, I agree. I actually love it. So we're actually going to bring out the 30 cal can, the Verse 30, next week, as well as the 458 or the Verse 458. We're going to put it on the 458 SOCOM some more and test that out. Can't wait. BowersGroup.com. Coupon code is WLS. Gets you $15 off your entire order. Guys, it's time for Not Guns.
Not guns, not gear, just the gang. Hashtag not guns.
Aaron, what do you have for us tonight?
All right, being our 100th show, I want you guys to take a trip with me.
Okay.
Actually, you can take a trip by yourself.
No, we're going to take a trip with you later this month.
Oh, yeah, we are. In a couple weeks, actually, isn't it?
That was really
that
weird.
was actually really disgusting.
Yeah. The way that you raised your arm made me uncomfortable. But you know what?
$6 is $6.
I just made $6. So.
Yeah. And you guys are fools. You think we won't do for money? We will do for money.
Yeah, that was something for our viewers and not our listeners. So, and moving on, it's being at our 100th show. I'm going to give you guys an option. You can go back in time 100 years, or you can go in the future 100 years, and then you got to choose and explain why you would choose that direction.
All right, Aaron, you pick who's going to go first.
Nick, you can go first.
This is an easy one. I would go back in time 100 years.
Before Aaron was, or right when Aaron was born, and kill his mother?
I would go back in time 100 years because it was so much easier to rob banks back then.
True. That's so true.
Yeah, but the problem is with your medical conditions, you'd be dead in a week.
That's fine. Also true.
It would be an awesome week.
All right. That's great. Aaron, you pick who goes next. Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
Jeremy, you can go next.
I would go back 100 years.
Okay.
Why?
Well, it's kind of after the Old West, but there were still areas I could have been a gunslinger out there. Also, I would be around to kill all the bank robbers of the 30s and stop the NFA from getting passed. I would also be able to travel to Russia and stop the communist revolution by killing all the commies. All the fun stuff. You could just kill people back then.
Jeremy said he would kill me.
Yeah, that's weird. All right.
I've literally pointed guns at you people. You don't think I'd shoot you?
I do, actually. Damn. All right.
Sean.
Dude, for me, I'm the opposite. So as much as I would like to go back in time and experience that 100 years just to kind of see what it was and how it differed from today, dude, it would be awesome to be in 1919 and just see how different everything is. But I would go 100 years into the future because, I could read about history. I can read about 1919 and, America and the world and all those things and experience them in a certain way. But I would go 100 years in the future and just see what it's like. I would, Donald Trump would still be president.
Just this brain with his hair over it.
Sean just doesn't want to fight in the upcoming Second American Civil War.
No, I'm totally fine. But I would want to see what the future is like. We have an idea of what the past was like. And as much as I would want to experience it, I would rather have the knowledge of the future so that I could come back here and do the Back to the Future protocol. And I would start betting on sports book and all that good stuff. And by the time that 100 years comes around, my family would have a good nest egg to fall back on. But yeah,
Sean shows up in 100 years, and there's two possible scenarios. Everything's like Adventure Time because it's after the Great Mushroom Wars.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's like the only human left. And it's like Jake the dog and Sean the human.
I mean, it fits.
But yeah, for me, I would rather see what the next 100 years is going to be like, and see my errors and all that good stuff, rather than experience something that I've already read about.
That actually wouldn't work out, Jeremy, because when Jake takes when Finn takes his hat off, he's got the long golden locks.
That's true.
We all know that Sean's going bald, so
I am not.
That's a nice comb over you got coming on there.
As he says, showing off his thinning hairline.
No. Dude. Okay. Aaron, show me your hairline. You, Jeremy, you look like a chia pet.
What, this luscious, thick head of hair? Look at that and be jealous.
Jealous my ass. No, I'm serious. It looks like my ass.
Yeah.
So the hair's just moving.
The weird part is it doesn't look like your That's way too smooth.
All right. Aaron, how about you? 100 years in the past, 100 years in the future.
I'm going.
Hold on. I'm changing my answer. I go 100 years in the future because you would all be dead.
Okay. Well, not all of us, because I would go in the future as well. Because I really want to see what's coming up, man. I think about this, like all the old people nowadays who are keeling out, dying off. They're not going to be able to see all the amazing things that are upcoming. I would love to see what's coming.
Yeah, me too.
One day I'm going to die, and I'm not going to be able to see I won't see flying cars. I won't be able to see all the mushroom wars or anything like that.
Yeah.
I will say there is one quality that going 100 years in the future would be nice. And that is all of the Marvel movies would be done.
But what if they're not?
I don't know that they will be.
They just keep riding that
Man,
cash
I've
cow.
got 100 years to catch up on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, you'd be like Captain America.
Although I think we'd go 100 years in the future and just hear like this.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Exactly. It's the soundtrack to Idiocracy. Anyway.
Okay. Interesting strategy there.
Weird bend, but that's all right.
I thought it was going to be like audio clips from the movie. You know, maybe some lines we would recognize.
I was looking for the theme music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the music that's playing when he sees butt for the first time.
I guess I haven't watched it.
That was a great movie,
enough.
by the way.
That's not a movie, it's a documentary. All right, let's get into this. Before we do anything else, rubber dummies. So, Nick, we've been using the rubber dummies a lot lately.
Yeah, we use them a lot.
Version 2 of the rubber dummies, the thick one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking it.
So thick. THICC.
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. You can put them side profile, which we've been doing as well. But the stands, dude, the version 2 stands, they're great.
Yeah.
So it's got the bottom plate, and then it's got the plate that goes in the dummy. You just put a 2x4 in between. I don't know what it is I like about it so much, but I freaking like it.
Well, I like the fact that if you grab them without paying a lot of attention, they don't cut your hands up horribly because there are bullet holes in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's certainly nice.
Definitely.
They also seem to be a little bit heavier duty. They're like the steel is thicker, and
Yeah.
so the portions of them that are steel and aren't disposable, shouldn't get torn up quite as badly.
Yep. So I definitely like them. The new stuff is really good. I will say the version 2.0 dummies, I think they're finally starting to get painted. They do take a couple more base coats than the other ones do.
Yeah.
They soak that paint up, but man,
They're
good
thirsty.
stuff. Yep, they are thirsty for that thick. And you can find them all at rubberdummies.com. Coupon code WLS10 gets you 10% off all day, every day. And now it's time for industry news. Aaron, what you got?
Hawkeye, not the one from Avengers, but Ruger. They're coming out with they're reintroducing their Alaskan, their Hawkeye Alaskan. There
Alaskan, yeah.
It's a big gun, man. This is what the guy should get who wrote us earlier.
Holy
It comes in, yeah, look at 375 Ruger, 338 Win Mag, 300 Win Mag. That thing's a beast, 20-inch barrel for all weather. Basically, it'll take down a moose pretty easily, I'm pretty sure.
I got to say, dude, there's a lot of companies doing a lot of cool stuff, but I don't think Ruger gets enough attention for the cool they're coming out with. For example, the PC, was it the Ruger PC or PCC?
PC9.
PC9.
PC carbine.
Yeah, PC carbine. That thing's freaking cool. The Security 9's okay. All the and now this. Jeremy, would you own this?
The Security 9, actually, I want that 300 Win Mag version of that rifle.
Yeah.
I love big bores with iron sights.
He loves
Because the only other option at this point is like a Savage Model 16 bore hunter.
Yeah.
Like for a big bore rifle like that with iron sights, I love them.
I was
And
just.
and I'm assuming it's an M77 action, and those things are pretty bulletproof.
Yeah, I don't see where it mentions the action.
Well, the Hawkeye is notoriously built on an M77 action.
So what I don't see is anywhere you cannot put an optic on this, or can you?
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, I see
Yeah,
rings right there. Okay.
They're set up for it.
Yeah, dude.
Ruger always does that weird little Ruger always did those like little
Express
like
sights
own
and
mounts.
stuff. Oh, yeah.
Like on the Mini 14s, and they would actually give a lot of their revolvers that were set up for scope mounts. They just give you the rings with them. They're always like never the best rings, and they're only 1 inch tube diameter, but whatever.
Yeah. One of the craziest things.
No, I want that. I want that in the 300 Win Mag, or I'd have to go with some big bore. What is that? The 408 Ruger or 416 Ruger? I know they're not making it in that, but that's what I would want it in.
Yeah, and it starts at retails $1,279, so you're going to be able to find it for just a little over $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. And 3-round internal magazine. So that's dude, it's a beast, man. I actually kind of want one.
Yeah, I kind of want one too, man. I would get it in 338 Win Mag because my shoulder.
I kind of wish they made it in a 16-inch barrel for being like a guide gun. Like if you're going to make something that's lightweight to carry around all day and have to shoot like a grizzly bear because it's.
I think it comes in at a meager 8 pounds, though, right?
That's not bad either.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
fairly
bad at
light.
all.
That's a lot of weight when you got to walk up and down mountains.
Yeah, it's got sling lugs.
Have you seen us?
Walk up
We're
and
a lot
down
of weight to lug
mountains.
up and down mountains.
I'm lucky I can go up and down stairs, Jeremy. All right, that's pretty cool, Aaron. Good find.
Thanks.
All right, so
Next up.
tell us about a different company.
Speaking of Ruger, welcome to 2016 Ruger, when you entered the AR pistol market with a new AR pistol rifle. Come on, guys.
What?
I mean, shouldn't you have already had this out like years ago?
I heard that Springfield's coming out with the Saint. Oh wait,
Yeah. So they've come out with another AR pistol.
it comes with an SB Tactical SBA3 brace, so at least they're choosing the best brace on the market. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, but that's really much. But you,
I think it takes a long time for them to get stuff like that out because they have to cut deals with all these companies.
Yeah,
Because you're selling a product.
you cut out, Jeremy. What'd you say?
I said you got it's f***ing lawyers. It's a bunch of lawyers. Okay, it's gonna have your parts that we're not making, so we're gonna do this, and this, and it's probably a legal nightmare. Would be my guess why it takes so f***ing long for these big companies to do it.
It looks nice. I will say that. I don't have any problems with the way it looks.
Yeah.
6 pounds, 6.2 pounds, 10.5 inch barrel.
It looks like every other AR pistol.
It looks like, yeah, it does.
It is a generic AR pistol.
All right, so we give it to Ruger. Now we take it away. What's next?
it's now Smith & Wesson's turn. Hey, Sean, you're gonna have to buy another shield, buddy.
Don't care, Ann.
It's a 4-inch 2.0 with it's optic ready now, so it has a little it has the ability to put on one of your red dot sights.
BRB going to Brownells. No, for real, I am.
Are you really? I don't know if it's out yet.
Oh, it isn't? When does it come out, Aaron?
I don't know. Does it say? I mean, it says it's ready to come out.
I mean, it's got fiber optic sight. It's ready for a red dot. Like, what more can you want?
I like that
How
longer
does it
barrel
mount
too.
on there, though?
How long is
It doesn't
what?
look like it has a removable plate or anything.
Well, they've got a
scroll
few
down.
different kinds. Yeah, you have to go down to the bottom ones. I mean,
No, I see it on there, but I don't see a plate or anything. It looks like it actually, the red dot goes over the top. Look at it.
no. It's recessed into the slide. It's got a cut.
I'm cut.
I would buy this. I would totally buy this. I love the shield. I carried it for a long time, and this is just more of a gun that I already like.
But
Maybe
what
you
about the
should trade some of your old
365?
shields for a new one.
I only have one shield. Well, I've got two shields. I've got the Shield 380 Easy. Oh wait, I've got the Smith & Wesson M&P. Wait, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 380 Easy M 2.0, and I've also got the actual Shield 1.0. But no, I would carry this. I would carry this in a second. What does it say? What optic cut they have?
I'm looking right now.
It just says a slide cut for optics. I will say that the M&Ps, they do have a really clever system where they can fit just about any optic on the slide, whether it's RMR or other cut.
Well, the previous ones have all used slide plates like everybody else.
Yeah, and I like it. It's just fine on my M&P Pro Core. All right, cool, man.
I'm just saying it's not that clever, brah. Everybody does it.
Oh, no, it's awesome, but it works perfectly. It's what I want.
It looks like it uses an RMR cut.
Aaron, tell me about something that I don't care about.
Dude, I bet you're super excited about the P320 from SIG. Do you like that gun?
I don't know.
Dude, it's the 320
okay.
from SIG.
It's the X
Well, guess what?
Compact.
God, Sean.
I beat you.
Yeah, so they're coming out the X, the compact. What's up with the X this year? Everything's got an X in it.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't this already exist?
I thought it did, actually.
I thought it did too, or is that like the carry size or something?
It must be. What's different about this one?
I think the compact has a smaller grip or something.
But isn't this? Can't you just take your trigger assembly and put it into this frame? Isn't that how this works?
Yeah, but this is a complete gun, so it's got a better trigger on it. It's a flat face trigger, and then the slide's a little sexier. It's got the red dot cut, and some other stuff.
Maybe I'm a SIG guy now. After the P365, maybe I am a SIG guy. I don't know. I'm SIG curious.
Does anybody else think that triggers on the 320 just feel weird?
They do feel
like
kind of weird.
It's not like a, and the trigger releases. It's like a spring mush, and there's like 2 clicks. Like it's really.
Yeah, I've noticed the 2-click thing.
Yeah, every 320 trigger I felt feels like you're pulling a trigger onto a rotten tomato, and then there's like a smush with 2 clicks.
You know what's really distracting is that this webpage has video how to flush toenail
Dude,
fungus.
I was just looking at that. I was
and
like,
it has some really, how can you not look at it? It has some really messed up toenail. Oh,
Gad
man.
Bailey, get it together. What the?
Wait, there's a how to flush toenails?
Yeah, it is a video. Hold on, let's watch it. It's a video of the worst toenails I've ever seen.
It's
in my
like
life.
a clickbait thing.
I can't see it.
And you have ad block on. I have it off right now.
Your wife is suffocating to death, said the doctor. The fungus breached her bloodstream, and it's caused her blood pressure to plummet. Her lungs can't get oxygen, which is making it impossible for her to breathe. I'm sorry, but it's only a matter of time.
Holy guys, toenail fungus is a legit problem.
It killed that dude's wife.
Yeah. Dude, everyone's all talking about, gun violence. I'm worried about toenail violence.
It's just going downhill from here.
Anyway.
I mean, what's the world come to, really?
I don't know.
You know what?
I can't give a fuck
I
about
want to go in the
320s.
future because there'll be no toenail fungus. You know it.
Yeah, that's true. I also can't give a fuck about 320s. I want to. I'm just having a tough time.
I don't really care one way or the other. I feel the same way about them as I do M&Ps. Like, they're fine. They're good guns. They're just not
Nick,
my guns.
shut up. Don't
What?
you ever.
I just don't care about M&Ps. They're fine. They're good guns. They're just not for me.
I am so mad right now.
I'm with him.
I hate it. I hate all of you.
In the closet.
Aaron, what's this next story?
It's the Volvo of pistol caliber carbines.
It's the what?
The Volvo.
The
Because they're
Volvo.
boxy but good, you know. At least this is super boxy.
You said Volvo.
Vulva?
I said Volvo. Volvo. I used to own a Volvo.
Well, you typed Vovlo, but then
Did
you
I?
said Volvo. It's like, you know how when someone doesn't know what the actual
I
word
mean,
is,
Volvo.
but they mumble it, and it's like, the Volvo. Oh, yeah, the pigs will make a one.
Yes. So Sure Shot Armament has come out with their prototype for their pistol caliber carbine, and it looks like they had a lot of flat pieces of metal laying around.
Dude, I'm like, this was invented by a blind man.
With he had an extra A2 grip laying around.
Sure Shot Armament Group has teased a couple of images of a prototype PCC they're planning to launch soon. Okay, well, I guess maybe it's a prototype and they don't have eyes.
I think this thing is awesome. So it's built around a piece of rectangular stock,
Yep.
which means it should be really cheap to manufacture. And then you can see the screws in there where trunnions and stuff go in. It's got an AK triangle folding stock on it, which is also pretty cool. It looks like the lower takes AR parts, so like a trigger group, grip, and then like the mag release that a lot of 9mm AR lowers have on it. I think this thing looks like it might be kind of cool.
It is kind of interesting because it is gas delayed blowback, but the piston is attached to the bolt carrier group. But instead of pushing it back, it pulls it forward and delays the open of the action.
Yeah.
What's really weird about it is it's like we don't need a selector switch on this.
It looks like it's got a spot for it. It looks like this one just doesn't have one on it.
Right.
They just don't have it installed.
If I'm going to be teasing photos of the gun I'm coming out with, I'm going to go use a better grip.
I don't understand why they showed it because it's not ready, but
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's an interesting concept. They've taken some cool ideas that we haven't really seen in a while.
That's true.
And they're kind of refreshing them and moving them into the 9mm carbine market.
I'll give you that for sure. $960.
Look at all those fingerprints. Gross.
I think they're going to have a bad time with a polymer lower on that thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, is that polymer? I'm not crazy about that.
But I will say that my X-Star EXP is one of my favorite guns, and it's all polymer.
Yeah, but it's not. Jeremy, I know what you're saying, Jeremy, but it's not like it's gas impingement. It's a piston, so it might not be the same kind of pressure you're dealing with that you would see on a.
You're talking about 9mm regular 9mm AR carbines that aren't direct impingement or gas operated in any way. They're direct blowback.
All right, whatever.
So, no, you're probably not. I know where you were going with that.
I'm sorry.
That being said,
well, the 9mm ARs are usually more violent because they're direct blowback, but this is not direct blowback. This is delayed.
Correct, and the recoil system's not the same. Where it's going into a buffer with a buffer spring and all that fun. It looks like it's sitting on top like AKs and
what this makes me think a lot is AR-180 or AR-18 or it looks like an AR-18 or an AR-180. It looks
except nowhere near as cool looking.
Well, I kind of like this.
No, I think that thing's ugly as
I think they could do some work to certainly improve it visually, but I really like the idea, and I like how simple this thing looks.
Don't give me a polymer frame on a PCC.
Yeah.
In that style.
I would like it better with a 10-inch barrel and without the shoulder stock, and then it would look cool.
I would like it if it didn't look like a prototype. So I'll give them time to develop it. But yeah, I agree with Nick. The idea is cool. I just think it's ugly as and I don't like polymer lowers. All right, cool. The angry breathing says we're done. Aaron, what else you got?
I've got a case of herpes, but the doctor says if I drink some vinegar, it should go away.
Oh, okay, good. Well, why do you have a case? All you really need is one. Okay, that was not funny.
The polymer frame on that thing's probably fine. Like the lower on a Scar is polymer.
I mean, those
are fine.
I've got polymer stuff. I just don't love it, even though the X-Star I do love. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased.
I had a really good comeback. But I was muted. I'm kind of disappointed.
You want to say it now?
I said, yeah. What I said was, why have one when you can get all of them? He said, why do you have a case?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, good.
Yeah, see, that was good.
Yeah, it is. Hey, let's wrap this up. There's a place you can go, lovewls.com. 4 things you can do there. Jeremy, what's one of them?
No idea.
Nick, what's one of them?
You can buy merchandise that says "We like shooting," like this sweet-ass murdered out hoodie that I'm wearing, or that sweet-ass non-murdered out hoodie that Aaron is wearing.
Nick, would you like a murdered out patch?
Yes, I would.
Okay, well, just wait a couple weeks, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, murdered out patches on the way. Aaron, what else can you do there?
You know what? You can become a Patreon. Join like-minded people in a group that will blow your mind and probably your self-esteem as well.
Absolutely. You can find our advertisers, links to their websites, and all the coupon codes so you can save money. It's all there. And last but not least is you can become a rooftopper. Share links to your favorite show. Every time someone clicks them, you get points. The points turn into swag like T-shirts and all kinds of other stuff. We have the king of the Patreons, Chris Gill. That has literally a code to our website that everything is free forever. That's how much he's earned sharing links to our show. So that is possible for you. Can you overtake the king? I don't know. I don't know if this is possible. Do not ask me these questions. But what you can do is you can
Do you think you can overcome the king?
I said do not ask me these questions. I do not know. But what you can do is go to Love WLS and find all that stuff. Hey, we always say join a gun-related advocacy group.
Isn't there 3 forms of three levels of advocacy?
Well, there's 3 ways that we fight for the Second Amendment, and that's activism, lobbying, and litigation when the other 2 fail.
And litigation is never a sure thing.
No, in fact, we did lobbying, we did activism, but litigation has failed us here in Colorado. But litigation has succeeded. Litigation has succeeded in California, and you know who was a huge part of that? The NRA.
Tim Knight?
The NRA.
Oh.
The NRA was a big part of that. So if you are in California and you are getting standard capacity magazines, you have the NRA as one of those groups that you should thank for that. But join, organizations like that. Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Coalition, Second Amendment Foundation, also awesome in California. And the NRA, donate to the ILA because we need to fight. We need a lobbying arm, and that's what the NRA provides. Am I happy with them? Not always. Do they need to change? Without question. Does the executive leadership need to go away? Absolutely. Does the board of directors need to grow a set? Absolutely. As a whole. There's excellent directors on that board, but as a whole, they need to take action. That it is a member organization. They need to represent our interests. Plain and simple, always. And once they get let go, the suicide prevention line, the number is 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALKER. You can text Aaron.
Bi-curious.
741-741. Are you done?
Sorry. I'm just trying to keep it light.
Yeah, okay. Well, drink. But hey, guys, we're here live every single week on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we're on demand every damn day. Go to welikeshooting.com/show to subscribe. And don't forget, as we always say, thanks for listening. Get some medical training. And how can a clam cram in a clean cream can?
What?
How can a clam cram in a clean cream can?
But why? Why would it want to?
I don't.
Maybe you'd want to cram a clam in a clean cream can.
What?
It's a tongue twister.
Okay.
How can a cram in a clean can?
So what do we name this? Do we name this Jeremy getting paid?
Yes.
What do you think?
Dollar bills, y'all.
What do you think, Jeremy? Jeremy getting paid or Jeremy's alimony?
Didn't Jeremy get palimony?
Yeah. Well, if he was a man.
What about a palomino?
Did you think that show was worth $1? Help the cast by visiting lovewls.com.